What is going on, guys? ChaseGaming here. Today we're going to be doing a quick benchmark test between the LG G4 and the iPhone SE. So there's a big difference between the two phones. This phone just came out to Canada about a week ago. That. And so we're just going to look at the LG G4 specs first. It has 6 cores. It can run dual core or quad core. There's your GPU, Adreno 480, resolutions 1440, which is pretty much like Ultra HD, 16 megapixel camera. And there's your RAM, about 3 gigabytes worth of RAM, your system storage, internal storage, that doesn't matter so much. And yeah, this is all the information about the LG G4. So 640 DPI, yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit about what this, about the benchmarks on this kind of phone. But on the iPhone SE, pardon me. So you got your Render, your Power VR series. Never even heard of that so well. But there's your memory. It's like 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has 2 cores, so it's a dual core kind of phone. And there's your GPU OpenGL. Here's your screen size. So yeah, that's a little bit of the actual information on that. So if you guys actually want to search up more information on the phones, their specs, you guys can do that. But until then, this is just a benchmark test. So we're just going to start the test for both of them. So click start. So we're going to have the phones just like this. So as you can see, they're handling it very well. I think the iPhone's doing a very nice job. It's very smooth camera angles. The screen on the LG G4 is absolutely stunning, but just having a little bit of stutters as the camera angles try to slide from next scene to the one scene to the next. But I would definitely agree the frame rate on the iPhone is a lot smoother. So yeah, you guys can take a good close look at this. It's going to be a little bit of a long test. Now it's doing the off-screen rendering. So this is going to be a very good test, doing it in 1080p. And now it's moving on to the next scene, the garden scene. So it's doing it by the full screen resolution. And then here's mine right here. So the LG G4 is really killing it. I mean, and the fact that it's really the frame rates are just dying on the LG G4. Just so to remind you, the LG G4 is supposed to be more of a powerful phone, and these are the exact same tests. But the colors on the iPhone are very bright and vibrant, and the G4 are very realistic colors. So I think they go for more for realism. Yeah, without a doubt, the iPhone's handling it very well. So the 3D test is done on the iPhone. Now it's doing the RAM test, and my phone's about to go into the next test as well and start doing the RAM. There we go. All right. So I think the Android's really taking a heavy load right now. Now it's testing the CPU on the iPhone, and now the actual RAM is being tested on the LG G4. So let's put this sideways for a sec. So the only thing that's really good about the LG G4 is that it has 6 cores, so it'll be able to handle small processes very quickly, or even big processes. But the thing about the LG G4 is that when it's under heavy load, it goes to a quad core kind of interface, and when it's under light battery usage or light usage, it tends to act like a dual core. And so having a dual core for little tasks is a lot faster than having a quad core. And as for the iPhone's dual core, so, which means it has 2 brains. Alright, so the LG G4 actually went through the ramp test very flawlessly. It's very, very well caught up to the iPhone. Alright, so the test is 70% done, 72. We're just going to cancel that, ignore that. Alright. And just the benchmark's going to be very, very interesting at the end of this to see what happens exactly on average, who has the better rating overall. Alright. Now it's doing the UX test on my LG G4. It's about to finish the test on the iPhone within the next few moments here. Alrighty. So it's been a very, very long test for the LG G4. But it has finished the test. So while this is finishing, we're just gonna let this go. We're gonna go to the iPhone. We're gonna see the score of 124,591 device iPhone SE. A user rating 100%. Your device performance defeats 98% of cell phones. So by the CPU, excellent scores large apps with excellent multitasking, RAMs, excellent 3D graphics, excellent fluently support large mobile games. And so that is your test score on the iPhone SE. LG G4 is still going through the test right now, which is surprising. Alright, we're just going to go to the ranking list over here. So you can see his device has 124,000, and on average iPhone SE gets usually a little higher than that, but the iPhone 6s still carries the cake for the phone. It was even released a long time ago. So the whole point of the iPhone SE was to have the most similar hardware aspects of the iPhone 6. The iPad Pro will still carry the whole lineup here, but yeah, they've done a very, very good job on that. My score goes right down to a 56,535. So I think it really failed on the 3D mark overall. So that's not impressing at all. So yeah, that is very well of a test of the whole aspect. There you go. So yeah, alright, that is it, guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys can let me know. But until then, on the Android lineup, my phone is number 12. So the LG G4, even the Google Nexus 6 beats the LG G4. I don't see the LG G5 on here yet. The Galaxy S6 Edge beats the LG G4. So on the Android lineup, LG has been doing a very, very good job. They still got a little bit of a way to go, but I honestly cannot complain about the specs at all. But between the difference between the iPhone and the LG G4, I would honestly think that when it comes to handling bigger tasks, the iPhone handles it very well. But when it comes to very quick and multitasking, I want to go for the LG G4 without a doubt. So that is basically the test. You guys take care.